Good morning. My name is Kristen Hartman. My pronouns are she, her, and I have been entrusted with the honor of serving on your board of trustees. Yeah. Woo! I am a tall, white, fat, femme millennial with brown hair, a little bit of green, and blue eyes. Today I'm wearing a navy sweater. Our speakers provide visual descriptions to welcome people with visual impairments and those listening online. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones and move to a seat in the middle of your section if you can, to leave aisle seats open for those with accessibility needs. Thank you. If you're visiting for the first time, please stop by the welcome table out in the gallery to pick up a visitor gift with more information about our community. Look for the Getting to Know UU sign in Beach Hall after the service to learn more about our congregation. And everyone's welcome to come chat with me or any other board member after the service. There is a lot going on here at First UU. Please see the order of service or this week's Sunday announcement email where you can read details about everything. And don't forget, the auction is on next Saturday. Please, woo! Please see the auction table in Beach Hall after the service to sign up for volunteers and make sure you look online to bid on some stuff. I'm giving a class, guys, and it's gonna be awesome. I hope to see some of you there. Please rise in body or in spirit to sing Wake Now, My Senses, number 298 in the Gray Hymnal.
Verses 1 and through 3.
Good morning. I'm Paisha Thomas. I'm your Justice and Equity Student Minister. I'm a short black woman in her 50s, and I have short hair, and I'm wearing orange glasses. I acknowledge that I live and work on the traditional and present-day territories of the Adena peoples, who lived in this area from 800 BCE to 100 CE. The Hopewell, who lived here from 100 BCE to 400 CE. The Shawnee, the Wyandot Huron, and the Delaware Lenape, who kept these very grounds where we stand in the 17th through the 19th centuries. My hometown of Piqua, Ohio, was the land of the Miyamaki, or the Miami people. The Olentangy River, just a few steps away from us, was known to the Delaware and the Lenape people as Kin Hong Shekon Sepong, which means sharp tool river, based on the shale found on its shores. My relationship to this land is as a resident and a worker, and my commitment is to learn and share its true history while supporting Indigenous justice. My stewardship will take the form of personal environmental care, sharing this history in meaningful ways, and holding space for the full story, including that of my own ancestors who, as freed slaves, arrived here following the displacement of the very nations who cared for these lands and waters for millennia. This reflection deepens my responsibility to tread lightly, listen deeply, and work toward right relationship.
Good morning. I'm the Reverend Dr. Teresa Cooley. It's my pleasure to serve as your lead minister. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a white woman in her mid-60s now, just a few days after mid-60s, with white hair and glasses and a green stole and a green shirt. Let us enter into the spirit of worship with these words from the mystic Rumi. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. They may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. I'd like to invite anybody who is visiting for the first time this morning to rise if you're willing, only if you're willing. I understand some people are shy, but if you're willing, just rise so that we can greet you and say good morning. Thank you. It is now time for our children to meet Gus in the back to prepare to bring in the light. Everybody else, please turn to your neighbors and introduce yourselves and say hello, especially to our visitors. It is now time for the children to bring in the light. This isn't just a place of worship. This isn't just a fellowship of like minds. This isn't just a Sunday morning filled with spirit and topped off with coffee and cookies. This is our church, our congregation, where we are building beloved community, where we are opening ourselves to each other, where we trust and love, rise and fall together. This is where we feel safe. This is where we know we are welcomed. This is where we belong. For this gift and for so many others, we light our chalice.
Thank you, Elora, for your help lighting our chalice this morning. Good morning! I'm Amber Scott, your Director of Religious Exploration, and my pronouns are she, they. I'm a white femme millennial with wild and wonderful wavy hair. I think that this story is a really great one for a day like today because it's going to remind you what it might be like in the summertime. Today's story is called Jabari Jumps, written and illustrated by Gaia Cornwall. I'm jumping off the diving board today, Jabari told his dad. Really? Said his dad. The diving board was high and maybe a little scary, but Jabari had finished his swimming lessons and passed his swim test, and now he was ready to jump. I'm a great jumper, said Jabari, so I'm not scared at all. Jabari watched the other kids climb the long ladder. They walked all the way out to the end of the board, as big as tiny bugs. Then they stood on the edge. They spread their arms, bent their knees, and sprang up, up, up. And then they dove down, down, down. Splash. Looks easy, Jabari said. But when his dad squeezed his hand, Jabari squeezed back. Jabari stood at the bottom of the ladder. He looked up. You can go before me if you want, he told the kid behind him. I need to think about what kind of special jump I'm going to do. Jabari thought and thought. Jabari started to climb, up and up. This ladder is very tall, he thought. Are you okay? Called his dad. I'm just a little tired, said Jabari. Maybe you should climb down and take a tiny rest, said his dad. A tiny rest sounded like a good idea. When he got to the bottom, Jabari remembered something. I forgot to do my stretches, he said to his dad. Stretching is very important, said his dad. I think tomorrow might be a better day for jumping, Jabari said. They looked up at the diving board together. It's okay to feel a little scared, said his dad. Sometimes, if I feel a little scared, I take a deep breath and tell myself I am ready. And you know what? Sometimes it stops feeling scary and it feels a little like a surprise. Jabari loved surprises. Jabari took a deep breath and felt it fill his body from the ends of his hair right down to the tips of his toes. Jabari looked up. He began to climb. Up and up and up and up until he got to the top. Jabari stood up straight. He walked all the way to the end of the board. His toes curled around the rough edge. Jabari looked out as far as he could see. He felt like he was ready. I love surprises, he whispered. He took a deep breath and spread his arms and bent his knees, and then he sprang up off the board, flying. And Jabari hit the water with a splash. Down, down, down he went, then back up, whoosh. "Jabari, you did it," said his dad. "I did it," said Jabari. "I'm a great jumper." "And you know what?" "What?" said his dad. "Surprise double backflip is next." The end. In this story, Dad offers kind, patient, non-judgmental support to help Jabari overcome his fear and build the courage and confidence to finally jump off the diving board. Today, let's consider where we each find the energy and joy we need to keep going when things may feel impossible. Please remain seated with hands over your hearts as we sing number 118, "This Little Light of Mine," to sing our beloved children back to their families and out to class.
We will be doing this a cappella, which means voices only. Ready, and this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Good job.
The February collections for Share the Plate will benefit the diverse and revolutionary Unitarian Universalist Multicultural Ministries, also known as DRUM. DRUM is the oldest and largest Unitarian Universalist people of color ministry and anti-racist community organization based in North America. It is an organization affiliated with the Unitarian Universalist Association, which is the UUA, which leads efforts toward becoming an anti-racist, anti-oppressive, multicultural UUA. Each year, DRUM puts on a yearly public worship service, and last year, First UU had the opportunity to sponsor and participate in that service on June 15th. We plan to sponsor the service this year as well through our collections this month. In addition to passing the basket, you can text to give, scan the QR code, or visit firstucolumbus.org/donate. Thank you for your generosity.
Today's pastoral listener is Sue Ann Farnlacher. You forgot. It's okay. She can still do it. If you have something on your mind or heart today, she'll be in Beach Hall after the service, and we'll be happy to listen. We have a lot of joys and sorrows from our community to share with you this morning, and there are 6 caring cards to sign in Beach Hall. Congratulations to Mark Pinsonneau, who, along with his co-author Barbara Ryden, was recently awarded the 2026 Chambliss Astronomical Writing Award by the American Astronomical Society for their textbook, Stellar Structure and Evolution. And we celebrate several professional milestones with Reverend Meg McGuire, First UU's affiliated community minister. Reverend Meg completed her 2nd renewal period with the Ministerial Fellowship Committee, and this achievement advances her toward full fellowship with the Unitarian Universalist Association. In addition, she's been accepted to an advanced practice educator program for professional chaplains. Her community ministry is at The Ohio State University's Department of Pastoral Care, where she now serves as the manager of their clinical pastoral care education program. Congratulations. Our caring thoughts are with Olwen Firestone, who had a stroke last Friday, February 13th. But she has made great progress in her recovery. I can attest to this. When I saw her in the hospital, she was running circles around the nurses. She is now back home at Westerwood in the rehab center. She would love cards and visits. Healing thoughts go out to Phoenix Schuster and his mom, Pam Duff, who was hospitalized recovering from sepsis following a severe infection. And our condolences to the family of Bob Letcher, a longtime member of this congregation who died a few days ago at Mayfair Village Nursing Care Center after a long illness with Parkinson's. Always a generous man, his last act of generosity was to donate his body to the OSU Medical Center for Parkinson's Research. Memorial service arrangements are forthcoming. And also our condolences to the family of Lisa Oldendorp. Lisa died this past week due to cardiac issues. Lisa's loves were dancing and activism, and she died while dancing at a dance studio, an activity that she cherished. Her memorial service will be here at First UU on Thursday, this Thursday, at 5 p.m. And lastly, our thoughts are with Jenny Peary, whose husband, Craig Newberg, valiantly transitioned to his new adventure on February 8th. Our hearts and minds are with all of these, as well as any unshared concerns or celebrations. And now join me in the spirit of meditation with this poem from Amanda Gorman. May this be the day that we come together. Mourning, we come to mend. Withered, we come to weather. Torn, we come to tend. Battered, we come to better. Tethered by this year of yearning, we are learning that though we weren't ready for this, we have been readied by it. Steadily we vow that no matter how we are weighed down, we must always pave a way forward. This hope is our door, our portal. Even if we never get back to normal, someday we can venture beyond it to leave the known and take the first steps. So let us not return to what was normal, but reach toward what is next. What was cursed, we will cure. What was plagued, we will prove pure. Where we tend to argue, we will try to agree. Those fortunes that we forswore, now the future that we foresee. Where we weren't aware, we're now awake. Those moments we missed are now the moments that we make, the moments we meet, and our hearts, once altogether beaten, now altogether beat. Amen. Now I will ring our temple bell, and we'll have a moment of silence together. Thank you, choir. So today's service is a little bit different. First and foremost, it's a test for who reads the newsletter. So one of the things I asked in the newsletter was for you to bring a journal if you are somebody who journals, because we're going to be spending this portion of the service reflecting on the questions that you find in your order of service. So these are questions I came across recently, and I thought they were really profoundly spiritual questions. What is worth remembering from the last year? When did you feel the most joyful and carefree? What gave you energy, and what drained it? What seemed impossible, but you did it anyway? What habit, if you did it more consistently, would have a positive effect on your life? What did you try to control that was actually outside your control? And lastly, who do you need to forgive? So what I'm going to ask you to do is to reflect on 1, 3, 2, all of them during the next 30 minutes in the service. I'm going to first and foremost ask for the introverts who want to write something and think quietly to move to this half of the sanctuary. And if you need paper and a pen, please raise your hand. So introverts over here, extroverts, external processors like me over here, and you can converse with somebody about those questions. So we'll give you some time to shift it up and go for it. Go for it. Answers to the question number 6. So I put my There's there, right there. Okay. Yes. And their pens. She's going back to get more. She's going to bring you more. Yep. I hope that was revelatory for you. What I hear so often from people is they just don't take the time or find the time to be able to do these kind of reflections. So we decided to give it to you. So let's do our closing hymn, and then it will also be a cappella. We're going to get some help from two people, or several people. Number 86, please rise. Blessed Spirit of my life. Please take the hand of someone close to you if you so choose. And let us end this time together with words from the poet Rilke. See how all things are at rest, darkness and morning light, blossom and book. May what we do flow from us like a river, no forcing, no holding back. Through these swelling and ebbing currents, these deepening tides moving out and returning, may we feel the mystery and the power of life streaming through the widening channels that we make for song, for laughter, for justice, for love. And now let us extinguish our chalice together. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of vision. As we go forth, let us heal and transform ourselves and our world through reason and love.